like to show today is a live demo of our product named Necto. Necto is the best of BI 3.0 generation. I will explain the difference between BI 3.0 and BI 2.0. And Necto holds the best of corporate BI and data discovery. I will explain that as well. A little bit about Panorama software. We are the company that invented analysis services. We are the company that invented the OLAP technology. Back in 1996, we sold it to Microsoft. They named it Analysis Services, and it ships today part of SQL. We've been around for 18 years now. We got huge experience in all verticals, either financial, we're very good at risk management and risk analysis, and you will see some of our customers in a second. We've won multiple awards by SQL Server magazines. We are being covered by Gartner every year. Not all BI companies are being covered by Gartner. We are the one few show huge progress every year. Let me show you some of our customers. Non-vertical, meaning we support financial services, manufacturing, healthcare, a lot of verticals, and we got, again, really deep knowledge and experience in BI in all those industries. Here in New York, we got a lot of financial groups, Citigroup, Nomura, Credit Suisse are all using our products. What is Gartner saying about us? Top reason why customers choose Panorama are ease of use for end users and developers, performance and collaboration. When it comes to ease of use, we have one client. All you need to do is just open your browser. There's no need to install something before. There's no different components of BI. There's one client that you access through, either if you're an end user or a developer or a power user or someone from IT who wants to administrate security. Everything is done through the browser. What is the challenge that we solve today? We see a huge gap between the corporate BI and data discovery. Corporate BI meaning BI 2.0. There is a power user that creates a dashboard, creates a workboard, as we call it, and publish it for everybody else. And then others consume this data and maybe get or see or detect a business problem. But then, once you get to the insight, you found a solution, what do you do with it? You can't share it with others. With our application, you can share not only the business insight, but the solution. You can create a story. This is where I started from, this is where I ended up, and share it with others. Actually, for others, they don't have to look for it. It will be pushed for them. Okay, so if I have a problem with sales in a specific region, all the people in this region will see this problem right away and maybe learn from your mistakes as well. This is about our application and our three pillars: connect, explore, and collaborate. You can connect to any data source, either SQL, Microsoft, Oracle, Teradata, any ODBC relational platform that is out there, big data platforms, all are things that you can connect to. When it comes to explore, we have, again, a deep knowledge of analysis services. We've invented it, and we allow the user a very user-friendly experience, more like an iPhone app for you to browse and browse the data, see problematic business insights, build down formulas, actions, do something with what you found. Click on a cell and move to a different workload based on this cell. all are available here. And the last thing, you can collaborate. You can share your findings. We can detect who is in charge of the data for you. And I will show all those things in a minute. I'm going to do a live demo here. Okay, so this is the Necto product. Again, all you need to do is just load the browser, doesn't matter which one, and get to the server side. What you see here is the home page. I will play the role of a simple business user in a retail company. This is my home page. I can browse my recent workboards, favorite workboards. Workboards are the new generation of dashboards. But I'm going to focus on two items here because I don't have a lot of time. One is the relevant workboard. There is a relevancy engine that runs in the backend and will suggest to you content, not even the data yet, okay? Just specific content that you might need to consume because others saw it and it's probably important. We take into consideration the user past activity, the entire community past activity, and we will suggest specific content to you. This is one. I can create this cloud of topics if I want to help me filter out the content, but let's get right to it. I'm going to double click one of my workboards. Again, this is a browser-based application. There's no need for training before you log in. This is the workboard environment. It got some maps, tables, KPI, key performance indicators, charts. Before I dig into the data, I can clearly see that I got a huge drop in sales between May and June. I want to see what others are thinking about it. I can just click on a button here and I can see comments coming from other users on top of this specific data set. Okay, so I can attach comments to the dashboard, to the workboard, and I can see what others are saying on top of this workboard. Another thing, very simple feature that's very intuitive. But I want to dig in the numbers myself. I want to see the numbers behind this chart. And I want Necto to detect problematic business insight form. This is done just by clicking on this one-click insight button. And after one click, I see two available markers here. Again, for this table, I can see products on the rows, some dates on the columns, and below I see different channels that I sell through and products. If I hover this problematic cell, I can see that for cameras, June, I got a minus 54% growth from May to June. This is without the user loading a growth formula or creating any kind of formula or loading a time and dimension and comparing those time, comparing current year versus year at the same time last year. All those things are being done automatically for you. This is why we call it BI 3.0. It's not a classic BI, we took it to the next level. This is one thing I can do. Another thing that I can do here is actually click on the cell and see, okay, who's in charge of this data? Not only who's in charge of this data, who is in charge or responsible for those numbers. And I can see a couple of users here, and I can hover one of them, and I can see that Adam has a negatively contribution to my numbers, and I can actually click on Adam, and I can start collaborate with Adam right away. I can actually show Adam inside my grid. So you will see here now the breakdown shows Adam as a salesperson in this company, and I can see how he's contributing to my numbers. This is one thing that you can do. Another very intuitive thing that you can do is just click on the cells. And I want to get to the root cause of this business problem. I can do that just by clicking on cause and effect. And what is done right now is this table moves into the BI clipboard. This BI clipboard is very intuitive just because you can create a story here. This is where I started from. This is the middle tier, and this is where I find the solution. I can save it, I can share it with others. But more important, the tables that you see right now are something that we found on the fly for the users. Those tables were not prepared in advance, okay? So the tables that you see here is something that we found on the fly, and I can see a different element that has to do with my business problem. I can see different channels for different products, but for cameras right away, because if you remember the problem that I had was with cameras. And I can see automatically filters that are done here for me. Again, a lot of classic BI analytics that you used to do in the past by yourself, which takes time, and sometimes you don't get to the right place. This is something that is being done for you. Now, as a user, you can decide whether to use those tables or replace them with a different chart or KPI and design this wallboard as you want. And then you can save it to your private bank of reports. You don't have to do it all over again. It's there for you, and you can even share this wallboard right away from your machine with not the entire crowd, but with your team, with a specific group, either Active Directory group or just the group that you've created here. You can do all those things here. I can fine-tune this feature, and I can say, okay, I want to look at more severe problems, or I wanted to create the different conditions to work with. I can elaborate on those after this session, but I want to show you one last thing here. This is our social tab. I can click on a button here, and I can collaborate right away with the team members from this web client. All I need to do, let's say I want enough to take a look at this data. I can drag enough from here to any component that I see, even to a specific cell. I can drop enough here, and I can start a discussion, a live discussion with enough. It doesn't have to be one-on-one. I can drag more people to my discussion and create kind of an ad hoc discussion on top of the data. You don't have to export to PDF, Excel, etc., and attach it to an email and send it and have a meeting. You can do it all those things right away. Still, you can if you want to do those things, but we allow you to do everything from this web client. Another thing which is very strong in this product is the security layer. When it comes to financial groups, healthcare, security is very important. We have a really, really robust security layer that integrates with any service you got today. We can inherit security restrictions that you got today right away, or you can create a really easy restrictions using our application, or you can do both. It's very easy to maintain, and this is very important for IT. Very easy to maintain those security privileges, and you can move from a test server to production right away. There's no need to export files and do a lot of sophisticated work. Just use the application through the web. I would be happy to meet with you guys and show you some more cool stuff. Thank you.